Me, I know, like, as I see Man United come back, two goals. Ahmad from the high pressure, 2 goals from the two players from Zeski and Ahmad. I felt like there was a comeback imminent. Then that foul on the goalkeeper, is that not a foul? You jump, you miss the ball, and you had to drag the goalkeeper's hands down. How is that not a foul for the VAR to call? The goal that
there's no VAR in the quarterfinals.
Son, they say Son scored from the what's it called, from a set piece, from a corner, direct corner kick. And this is like the third game in the last 4 games that they are considering from set pieces. I understand that they are trying to build, and the team is not enough to build, but that was a clear-cut foul. The referee saw it. The replay kind of continued to show it that this guy missed the ball and dragged the goalkeeper's hand, and yet it was not reviewed to the
because no VAR in the quarterfinals. There's no VAR in the quarterfinals.
Now wait till they talk. If another team then I go be VAR because even the commentator called that for VAR to review.
That's what I'm saying. There is no VAR in this match. Arsenal scored with an offside goal yesterday's game in the CARABAO CUP. There is no VAR in the quarterfinals. So if the referee doesn't give an on-field performance, then it's a goal. So they can review that on the VAR. But okay, let's look at those goals. Man, you going down for 3 goals down first in the first. The first half ended 1-0. Spurs scored in the first half 1-0, and the second half all the goals started coming. Why is there turning up after they are going down 3 goals first?
That's the thing for me, and this is why I talk about performance and mentality. And also will come and tell you saw performance after a game don't die finish. Why are you starting the game in the second half? Why did you throw away the first half? That's the first thing. You know, because I sat in here yesterday and I said, let's call it as it is. We have 2 inconsistent, bumbling, befuddling teams out here who are going to play themselves. And like somebody said last week, I'm going to borrow his words, both of them deserve to lose. Because one is a Butlers FC, they've been bottling since the 19 Kiridims, and the other one is just trying to come out of a down season, a down decade, or a down 2 decades right now. They are coming out of that. And I said, Manchester United, predicate on 2 indices. 1, performance. 2, the players you start. You have a good shot at winning this game. A good shot at winning this game with the opportunity of going to the semi-finals and maybe adding 1 silverware this season, because that's the only metrics the fans understand. The only metric they understand so far is silverware, and they've let this one go.
Okay, if you look at that game now, the goalkeepers in that game were just rubbish. Both goalkeepers, especially the Spurs game now, started their comeback in that game. First of all, the back pass, he went to pass it back. Mayu intercepted that for Zeski to score 3-1. Then they gave him another pass. He decided to wait till Jesus Christ will come before he will clear it. Then Amma had to tackle him to the end, and he made it 3-2. I don't understand what is wrong with the goalkeeper sometimes. I think Angie is going to be very, very angry with his goalkeeper in that game.
Vicaro is the third choice. In short, if they say they play that guy, they will concede more than they concede. Foster has always been a good goalkeeper. It's just that sometimes the game overwhelms him. And in this game yesterday, you see, it's one of those things. You want to build up from the back. You need to have the players. And this team that you're playing against has a team that plays a high press. If a team plays a high press against you and you can have issues. And I think it was just high pressure for Man United players. At least they don't wake up by that time. Their head don't correct. So they had to come back and pressure. It was to lose the ball because even the defender that was supposed to receive the ball was ball watching. Why the guy run into his front and collected the ball? The first go for Ahmad to intercept and get that pass. The boy was ball watching. The same way Onana threw the ball to the net and he was ball watching and they took it to score. So I wouldn't say goalkeeper is not good enough because this guy has been saving them. You get, since Vicaro was not available, he's been saving them. He's been between the sticks and he's been doing his job. So 3 goals considered against Man United is normal. Is something you should expect.
It's not normal. Please, it's not normal.
It's not normal. That second goal didn't make sense to me.
It's not normal. It shows you one lack of attention. If you know, let's not come here and normalize complacency or normalize mediocrity. It's not normal. Please.
Is the guy world class?
No. Who is world class?
I ask now. No.
It's not world class.
Now, even as starting goalkeeper self, I never just get up to 50 Premier League match when he starts
for Spurs. Okay, I know that he was the starter for his former club before he went to Celtic. But if you look at that game, I think the goalkeeper didn't do
themselves very well.
Goalkeepers didn't. There's particular shot that They played that shot towards the first time. He has to use his head to save it.
That was Ahmad. That was
I
he
was
was he was see that for that place. He don't lose guard. Now just see you know if you say guard, you know say you know if you catch her, you just use your last leg. Just clear come out.
That leg was just first time was just for the yesterday. I couldn't believe
That was Ahmad. That was my and I felt like the comeback was imminent. The comeback was there.
You know, but you know, for all those opportunities that they had, Manchester United finally let fall past their goalpost.
The thing is, for the fourth, because Man United were building towards the second on the goalkeeper during the corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur, during the set piece. Immediately, he let that ball fly. The goalkeeper came out, though he jumped late for it. But the guy who jumped early for it didn't get it. But the goalkeeper was about to stretch his hand for that ball. And the guy was like, okay, fine. Since I can't get it, the goalkeeper is not going to get it. And he dragged, I did watch this thing, and they laugh. And he hold goalkeeper hand. He dragged the hand, come down. Referee standing there, point, to not go. Everybody went, and the goalkeeper came to meet the referee. That see, this guy fouled me. He was pulling my hands. I couldn't attempt the ball, and they gave the goalkeeper a yellow card. So which means in this scenario now, if referee do anything no good, I tell and say, bros, what you do no good, you go collect disciplinary action. And after that goal, I also felt like it's over. No, definitely, Man United will score their third goal, but they won't get enough to win it. And it was just there. The game ended for me.
Okay, that game ended 4 goals to 3. But if you look at exactly that goal, especially that corner kick, they went in. That corner kick, and after Son gave that corner kick, and he went in straight after.
Scoring straight from a set piece, straight from the corner flag. Okay. That was a good game, but for Son it was direct. It was pre-planned. It was pre-planned, and I know for a fact that tactically Man United went into that game slow, but gradually they built into it and they got something off. But for that fourth goal from Tottenham Hotspur, I will still complain because even the on-pitch commentator called the name, say if VAR could not review and call on the referee.
So there's no VAR in the quarterfinals.
We know say no VAR, but this is daylight robbery.
It's not daylight robbery. If you have been watching football for 1980s before the VAR came, there are games that referee will always get wrong.
This is the same VAR, and so it's always condemned that it's taking away the fun.
But at some point, when the fun take it, when they play 3-3 draw. Because if the Senate score that goal,
when it's against you now, if your favor,
if rules no dey in your favor, you go say may they scrap that part. But please,
it's fine.
May they scrap that part because that goal hurt me last night.
Okay, Evans scored for Manchester United almost the end of the game to make it 4-3. It was an entertaining game, but for Ruben Amorim, he needs to fix his defense very well, because if you look at that game, considering 4 against Spurs is just
I think
it makes sense to me.
I saw the lineup. I asked myself, what's Victor Lindelof even doing at Man United?
Baba, I've been crying this thing for the last
what is this man? Maguire was fantastic against Man City.
Why not start Maguire?
Maguire didn't start.
He did not start. Then you have Victor Lindelof, who is on his way out. You have Eriksen, who is out of pace.
Yes.
We know he can.
Who doesn't have legs?
Who doesn't have legs? He doesn't have the legs to carry the game, the pressure of the game. And we understand all these things. And you start on Anthony. Okay, fine. Anthony was good in the first half. Was good because after they considered that one goal, I think he made a couple of chances that he didn't bury. He created enough chances. He pressured the defense line of Tottenham Hotspur that he didn't bury. But I just felt like this game in the first half could have been settled. If Man United had done their comeback in the first half, this game could have been settled.
That's the problem, you know. They say for want of one property, another thing falls. For want of another thing keeps on. That's the thing. If Manchester United has started the game at the blow of the whistle rather than second half, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
People that spoiled the dressing room because Ten Hag know they play him.
Yes.
He's a bad player. Okay, he's also saying, Emmanuel is also saying it was a match between horrible goalkeepers. The Turkish PR has been forcing this Van Dijk down Manchester United truth, always hyping him, but Van Dijk hasn't shown me any reason to be in the first 11. It's not all about Rashford and Garnacho. The deadwood, them plenty. There are a lot of deadwood at Manchester United. At least 7 players should be leaving. Okay, talking about Rashford. He didn't make the squad again. He didn't make the squad, and he was asked. Amorim was asked after the game He said that well, training they have training today. Everybody's going to come to training and training. That everybody is still open, but I think it's the end of Rashford at Manchester United.
He doesn't need to come out and say it to the press. He doesn't need to be made out to be something he's not. You go down that route, there's only one way out for you, which is exit. There's no way into playing the squad because you go ahead to go and let everybody in the team down by making those statements. You make that statement to the manager, express how you feel. If you feel you're unconsolable, you can't be, brought back into the fold. Hey, it's from there.
See,
The manager
but at least Galacho was introduced.
He's not
to this
apologizing,
Again,
don't
man.
play. And now even in short, you get something to for that game. If they say I get caught, I'm a slogan. I'm not trying to be violent now, but at some point they say spare the rod and spoil the child. But Garnacho needed to be scolded in that game. At some point, you don't need to run like a headless chicken. Because some point in that game, he was running like a headless chicken. But from Amorim, this is the third or fourth time. The English press go ask you question, you go put yourself for trouble. And I think that was how Ten Hag put himself in trouble, plenty trouble. English press, please leave Amorim and Rashford matter. He told them the last time that if he makes a big deal out of it, it's going to be something for the headlines. They get, and it will be on every newspaper outlet, the front page, full cover front page. But he's not answering them the way he wants. They want him to answer, and he keeps backing the player. The last interview before this one was, he said it was something about the training. So the two of them. Then he said if it was something he could have spoken to him first. Then he said then another thing he said was, this is Man United. Every new manager is a new challenge. Mm-hmm. So for me being here now, I believe that is what he was talking about. The new challenge of me being here, trying to impress me. And they've not let this man. They still come up with different questions to put this man. It's like a trap. And the player FC, because I somebody will say player FC, and the player FC backing Rashford now is heavy on the media. They want him to stay. If this man had the same issue with somebody like Eriksen, nobody would be hearing the noise.
Of course.
If he had, because back in the starting line, playing some games, not every season. Eriksen is actually playing some couple of games now as a sub.
Okay, Rashford wasn't introduced in that game, so he didn't even make the lineup at all.
No,
he didn't make the lineup. Garnacho was back to the lineup, but he was introduced in the 70th minute, and he tried his best, but Manchester United didn't make that comeback. They lost that game 4-3. Okay, now the semi-final of the Copa. The semi-final of the Carabao Cup is set. The semi-final of Carabao Cup is set. So Arsenal is going to be playing Newcastle in the first semi-final, and Liverpool will take on Spurs. That's the two semi-finals. If you are looking at these two fixtures, who do you think that will actually win this trophy? Because four of them, they are big clubs.
Domestic treble. Are they looking domestic treble for one of those teams?
They are big clubs.
That was what they said last season.
Very important.
Finally, and that came out to be just one cup at the end of the campaign. It's fine.
Domestic treble for the two of them for this team now, but they look at like say last like just two trophies if you touch. Liverpool, I think for me, I'm just going to stick with Liverpool for this one. But if Spurs are serious of touching trophies in a second season, I think this is just a trophy to lose.
Joe, what are you seeing in those semi-final games?
I just want the best man to win. I'm not really interested or invested.
Right now, whoever wins. But you can't write off Newcastle. You can't write off Tottenham because it's not.
I can write off Newcastle.
You can't. Definitely, they can just go against Arsenal now.
I can write off Newcastle straight up. Hold on.
Okay, that's all for the Carabao Cup. The Carabao Cup is going to be happening in the semi-final is set. So let's see who is going to be winning that cup. Everybody's doing. I think Arsenal is going to take it serious. Everybody's going to take it serious because you don't know where you end at the end of the season.
Everybody except Man U, obviously.
You don't know where you're going to end at the end of the season. So everybody will probably take this cup seriously to see. If you look at that, Chelsea, I don't want to dwell too much on it, but Chelsea should be winning this competition. Nobody should really talk about.
I said something. I said it's group stage and knockout football not be the same.
It's 6 games, it's 6 wins for them. You see, 21 goals scored.
There was a time. I think was it Bayern Munich or who went unbeaten in the Champions League until they got to the quarterfinals. Group stage, they won every match they got in the group stage. Round of 16, they were trashing people home and away.
The question is
quarterfinal, they started struggling. Semi-finals, they lost.
The question is for League, who is going to stop Chelsea?
See, it's not about who is going to.
No, but that's the question.
No,
it's only Fiorentina, Chelsea in that competition.
And how many finals has Fiorentina gone to now that they've lost?
Okay.
They've gone to 2 finals and they've lost. The last one was against West Ham. The next one was against the Olympiacos. These two. Definitely, there's a team. There's one team, and when they against Liverpool because at that point they were the only ones at the final last year. They are the only ones in this tournament this year.
Chelsea, they have a far better squad.
John.
They have a far better manager.
John.
They have a flabbergasted, bloated squad.
John.
They can turn up any day, anytime against any opponent.
And I keep saying at least those players now will not be Badele FC in the club. At least those players now will not be Badele FC in the club. They will not be the Judas in the club.
And that's what I'm saying, that the new players coming into that list needn't be more than 2 or 3 because you already have a good thing going. And this is where we have Tinkerers FC in football, where you see a team that has won you up to the knockout stages, and then you want to go and change format and change formula and change yourself out of the competition. So it's just stick with the guys that got you here, bring in 1 or 2 eggheads into the situation, and you win a trophy. It's as simple as that.
Okay, Chelsea winning that game against Shamrock Rovers, 5 goals.
Only the name itself will tell you.
We don't forget, we don't say nobody did the league. Ribet is still there. This Spanish side, they feel
when last they win anything? Ribet is there. Ribet is.
I look at everybody. They write teams off easily.
Okay.
John, they write some teams off easily.
We are not saying that they are not teams here. I'm just saying that Chelsea is like a shark.
Definitely, they're like a shark. Fun. But you forget, say sometimes if shark DC dolphin, they run.
Who is dolphin?
Who is dolphin?
In this league?
Now they tell you Fiorentina they. You get Fiorentina they. What's the name? That is day. This will shock you. And don't forget, there's a Victoria Mirage in that team. In that league. Playing in Portugal.
Oh wow. 20th in the Portuguese division.
John, you know me, they second for this.
Bro, I'm telling you. See, forget about. I like you guys like to tout this unbeaten title.
I'm laughing at you guys. Unbeaten.
I'm laughing at you guys.
I never see the unbeaten record.
With style, because we go see this thing play out. Last finish and count. We go know how far. You know, I'm not bothered about Betis. They've never been a contender. They will never be a contender. They've never won anything in Europe, so I'm not even bothered about.
And there's a first time for everything.
Yes, there's a first time for everything, but not when you're coming up against a team like Chelsea.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I don't.
Look at those team players. Go look at all their playing. Go look at the value of the squad, and tell me if Enzo Fernandez does not overshadow that value.
I'll not say anything else.
And then we'll have a conversation.
And then
we'll have a conversation.
Then we'll come back to this table. We'll talk about that.
Okay, that game, and the Chelsea winning that game 5-0. But if you look at the table in that conference league is just set for Chelsea because they are played 6, won 6, scored 21 goals, and have 18 points.
Thank you.
They are unbeaten. Nobody is touching them, even though they concede 1 or 2 goals,
Just go look at goal difference. Go look at goal difference. Pari passu. Everybody on that table. And let's come back and have a conversation.
See, I'm not saying it's a group stage.
Actually, they have scored 26 goals and considered 5.
See,
yes, 21 difference. The next person in second position is just on a 7. The greatest on that table apart from Chelsea, just 11 goal difference. So I'm telling you that if we are talking about firepower, Baba, Chelsea will concede though. Baba will match you, to mount you, will know how far.
Okay. I don't know how to respond to that, but I'm saying, and I'll continue to say, group stage and knockout football no be the same.
We shall see.
Group stage football and knockout football no be the same. And I think Amorim has learned that the way he plays in the league and the way he's supposed to play in the knockout game is not supposed to be the same. You don't think out tactics, you don't think out, and
Amorim's only downfall was Lindelof and buying them. Quote me anyway.
And until then, we understand that some teams will just be there in knockout football.
Okay, let's to our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live. Comment here. Judah unknown what he's saying. No, so that fourth goal was not a foul. The goalkeeper left his space to challenge for the ball, which he missed, and there was no pulling.
And look at his hand. Look
the
at
replay.
the hand
He's
movement.
also saying, and John, you just be shouting and speaking English, but when it comes to Manchester City, you will just be smiling and be gentle.
I full ground, like you see, it's fine.
Well, all we expect him to do, if it's his team, he has to, and his team has been losing. His team has been losing for the past 10
Yeah,
games.
still
So,
4 in a row, though.
yes, he at least for 4 in a row. He could use and come win the next game now.
Yeah, still 4 in a row, though.
Okay, there are other games that happen in Conference League. We will not dwell in that, but Chelsea stay first in that Conference League comfortably for 6 games, 6 wins, 26 goals scored, 5 conceded, and 21 goal difference, 18 points. So Chelsea obviously is going to be topping that table in the Conference League and to the quarterfinal, to the upper stages of the Conference League. As we say always on this show, if they don't win this competition, it's going to be a failure. They have to win it. They have no choice than to win it. They have no choice anywhere than to win it. So they have to win it. Okay, but I will have to open the phone line, talk about that Manchester United game, because I know everybody, my phone has been buzzing. Everybody wants to talk about that game. Okay, I'll open the phone line for you. Tell us what you think about that game yesterday. Is Spurs versus Manchester United. That game ended 4-3 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur. Call us and tell us what you think about that game. 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us what you think about Amorim and his team yesterday. Okay, the other games that happened yesterday in the Coppa Italia. The only game that happened in Coppa Italia yesterday is Inter Milan winning Udinese 2-0. Inter Milan is that have moved to the next stage of that competition. Okay, before we move on to that, let's take this first call. Hello, good morning.
My brother, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
This is Engineer Additional from Classical.
Okay, Engineer Additional, what's your contribution?
You see, for Man U to lose yesterday, I'm not surprised because I know that they must lose. You can't play London Derby. We see that it can just go like that. It's not possible. You know that it be like Arsenal and Tottenham. You know that anytime they jam themselves, they see themselves they are being the same place. They're nearly to kill each other.
Yeah.
So for Man U to go and play Tottenham at home, that game is not easy. I know. The only thing that the problem of that game, I don't even believe that they can score 3 7. It's problem of goalkeeper.
He's the goalkeeper,
Yes.
Yes, all my plan, I believe that Tottenham will beat them 3-0 without no consider anything. But as if they lost to reply 3 to them, then try. Then try. You understand? Then try. They need to go to the drawing board and package themselves well. That's it. So, John,
Yes.
you are praising Chelsea about the thing that well, no problem. Let us see what will happen before the end of the season.
Voila, we did.
All right, thank you very much.
So let us see what will happen before the end of the season.
We did. 4 in a row.
On January, everybody will catch it. So that's it.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, call us and tell us what you think about that game. That game was goalkeepers were just doing what I don't understand in that game. It was everywhere, especially the Tottenham Hotspur. They are always comfortable winning that game 3-0. Nothing is they happen until Foster decided to. Yeah, that maybe Nonso spirit entered him. And Nonso is a coach. I don't know which kind of spirit he gives Foster that game. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
This is Blackheart calling from Cross River.
Oh, okay, what is your contribution?
You see, I want to talk on Marcus Rashford.
Okay.
I wish some fans that we actually sit in one big center and will be listening. You know, the way fans we quick to forget some important things in football when we are arguing. The season Marcus Rashford scored something goal.
Yes.
Remember that
Yes.
the season that brought him to limelight. Man U fans were like, oh, we have a very, we now have a I told the guy, this is Marcus Rashford. Next season you'll be looking for him, will not see him. Yeah, he was arguing. I told him, because me, once I give him my point, I don't agree again. And now today they are saying it. And at times when I remind the guy, he wants to even fight over. I say, you never want to say. You see, at times God just open a way for you, maybe to make your little money and go on. There is no thing. To me, it's my own opinion though. Another person can differ. There is no thing that can revive my construction.
Okay.
You see what he's saying? You see what that thing that I playing? He calls football.
Mm.
It's better you go and cultivate garden for himself because he's not doing anything. Then on this Carabao Cup, I think the team for the final to be Liverpool.
Mm.
I'm not saying that, but I also believe strongly that Liverpool will win that Carabao Cup.
Liverpool winning. Okay.
My team is disappointing me after now. I'm really disappointed,
Thank
and
you.
I want me to start to start.
Thank you. Thank
They don't
you.
they come one by one. They are coming for your job, Ateta. Ateta, they are coming for your job. The fan base
Thank
that
you.
like progressive football
Simple.
is coming for Ateta's job. If they will not sack him, they will continue to play impressive football. They will continue to impress us with the football.
Okay, let's take out that call out. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good
morning.
morning.
Name and location, please.
Okay, this is Samuel calling from Abuja.
Okay, Samuel, what is your contribution?
Okay, you see, Man U go and win sick and dying Manchester City.
Mm.
And they thought they have alive. They win big team. Man City that are throwing 3 points here and there just if you want to come and collect. So they went there and collect 3 points. Think that they are contesting for Premier League, but anyway, we know they are contesting. Yeah, but no problem. Then I'm already teaching them lesson. Tell them to calm down. So then I'm seeing Liverpool Arsenal in the final for Carabao Cup. So and I think Liverpool are in the better position to win the cup.
Okay.
Then as for Chelsea, the West Ham man saying that the group stage, I don't know why he's saying a negative thing about Chelsea, but no problem. We are waiting. So we have, if you watch you, we know the kind of boys we will send to you, whether not team A, team B, or team C, or even team D. So that's the thing. If you see how you're performing, we know they can collect your own woto.
Okay.
No problem. Chelsea for life.
Chelsea for life.
Time to support Chelsea.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that contribution. Okay, let's move on to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube have so many comments here. I'm reading all of them before we take more calls. I know calls have been calling. Samuel Johnson is saying, I want to see North London Derby in the Carabao Cup final, but I don't trust Spurs to beat Liverpool. Man U defense is their greatest undoing so far in this Amorim reign. So I am not surprised. Drake Media is saying United will not recover till this coach buys his own player.
Yes.
You can see the changes in the team so far, just the results are not okay for now. He's also saying, Drake Media is also saying, Inter Milan is a beast, amazing team. He's also saying Chelsea should not be played with. They are looking good for everything. So
Straight up.
looking good for everything. Okay, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please reduce the volume on your radio set, please.
Sorry for that.
Okay, name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution?
Yeah, I want to congratulate my Chelsea team B for winning yesterday. It's not Chelsea, it's team B. Yes. And for Nonso that is crying, she not crying again. West Ham, you should just leave West Ham and go and support another club. Let him not panic.
Suggest one club now that is better than where I am.
And for Man U,
yes,
they struggled yesterday, but all their struggle was in vain.
Mm.
They tried, but last they still lose the match. So let them go back. Their coach say they don't want to win any cup except from the Premier League. Why is it now struggling to win Tottenham? Tottenham beating them 2 times this season. They know they shame. Wow. And maybe this weekend too, they will still lose the game. But maybe not small team, they will manage win now. For Man City, Aston Villa, then they win that now. Let them be ready.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my
All right. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll talk about the Premier League preview tomorrow morning. Okay. Should we take more calls before we talk about Inter? Okay, let's take this final call before we talk about Inter. We'll take your calls again after talking about Inter Milan. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, okay, I can hear you. So let's talk about the game. Inter Milan has won that game 2 goals to 0. I think Inter Milan are a team they are looking for to win all the trophies this season. What do you make of that game, winning 2 goals to 0?
You know, Inter have done themselves well in the sense that they've started the way they meant to go about it, and they won that game comfortably. We were talking about it yesterday, talking about who are going to be in the quarterfinals, who has the potential to go all the way through to the final, and you can't overlook Inter Milan for that position. You can't overlook them at all, and you know it's a good win. It's a good win. The fact that they kept a clean sheet, I'm super happy about that.
Their clean sheet matters. They clean sheet.
The clean sheet defense is just
They are
top notch.
top notch. Then because
I don't know.
Inter Milan is
It seems this. If you look at the teams that have considered less goals, there are teams that are actually coached by defenders and strikers. Because strikers see the loopholes in defense, they see all the places other strikers can exploit.
I don't know why you keep giving this example.
No, I don't mind. Leave that.
Whether you've played football before, whether you've coached or scouted football before, if you are a good coach, you're a good coach.
And number two, remember, not
play.
every season, your defense will be top notch. For example, if you look at some seasons in those 13 wins for match, Alex Ferguson, some season he considered more goals.
Yes.
Next season his defense is good. So it's just football.
Some season the teams around you fell off.
So
straight up. Let's call it as it is. They happen in football.
There's a Mourinho that was a master of defense that didn't even play football at all.
Yes.
But he was a master of defense. So you don't need to play it for you to understand it.
Yes.
You just want to take an approach for your game. If I'm a coach, my approach is for me to defend. So I build on my defense more. Another coach like Pebble wants to.
And you get players that fit that your philosophy and the way you want to play the game. And you execute.
Whether you played as a defender, you played as a striker,
look at the way Inzaghi is going about this team. Then you tell me that it's not from his experience as exploiting spaces.
Yeah, you are just
because you could look at see, we know that teams will drop off, teams will rise to challenge, teams will definitely want to score you goals. Arsenal is conceding goals now. They are not scoring clear-cut goals again. They are scoring from corner. Last season they were scoring multiple goals.
But Arsenal defended
last season. And scoring goals.
Was an attacking coach.
Ateta and midfielder. You get. Now he could balance it. Like I said, it's about balancing in your team.
So it's not about whether you're a footballer as a coach or defender or a forward.
If a footballer, it affects the way you coach. If you're a footballer, it affects the way you coach.
Why? I don't understand why.
It's not about if you're a footballer. If you're a footballer, let me say there are some numbers you will see that other people don't see.
Definitely.
That's one side.
Now this side we talk about.
Not about that.
That side, that numbers now.
Because at the end of the day, those numbers you see is when you see it when the game is going on. You know what and what to do. But the fundamental is that if you play a certain philosophy, which is midfield, like Xabi Alonso now, your philosophy determines the types of players you bring in.
My own is that whether you are a defensive coach or a goalkeeper, if you are a coach, you have to determine the approach you want to take your game.
Simple.
If it was the defense and a counter attack, just like Jose Mourinho, just focus on it.
Okay.
If it was tiki taka, whether you are a defender or not, you want to follow an approach. It's very simple.
No verse. When last Onatovic play wonderful football, score goal. We don't say play for West Ham.
You are just talking. You are just saying this one because in Anatomy.
Don't be saying that.
Yes.
Don't be saying that.
Yes.
I'm
you
just
don't come here now. Come bring West Ham.
I'm not bringing West Ham to it.
But that's what you're doing, man.
What are
you
talking about? You don't allow me finish my sentence. You didn't see his defensive work. He was running back to defend. This is an old man coming back to defend and going forward to score his own goal.
My own is that is the coach's approach to defend.
Same, definitely everybody has to run. You have to find a way to be clinical in front of goal. You have to find a way to defend. Now, what thing coach they do with that? Your experience as a player affects the way you see the games. It's just like I say, there are some numbers you see.
Which Ferguson where he play?
Ferguson a midfielder.
So where did he build?
4 passes from defense to get to goal. No, midfielder you have to be see as Ferguson midfielder. Ferguson a midfielder when he play football. Now, when in team play, what's this for in team? Creativity they waste.
Who was the creativity there?
Creativity they waste for
Ferguson. Do you know that he invested more in attack than his midfield?
Yes.
But for midfield creativity.
And then his defense too. Let's go there.
Have you read his book? He said when you have world-class players, you have wanna-be world-class players in midfield. You have wanna-be world-class players in midfield.
Ferguson's approach is buy star players. Finish.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Buy star players, big names, bring them into the team, and then you can take a little instruction, give they know how to deliver. Because let's call it as it is, better players with better ability, execute a plan better than average.
See how they look you.
Look at me, I want to look at me.
See what I'm saying actually is that whether you are a defensive coach, depending on the team you are playing. For example, Zidane went to Real Madrid.
Yes.
You cannot have another Zinedine Zidane in your team. We focus on his attack because he has a Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
You have to build on that attack. You don't go and telling them.
You don't have to go back and rebuild from scratch again when you have teams already in place.
As a coach in Real Madrid, you don't tell them to go and build from your midfield. Always move your body.
Zidane they play when Zidane they play football. You how many times see the midfield build? He's one of the highest goal scoring midfielders we have.
Goals, how many goals did he score?
He's one of the highest goal scoring.
How many he scored?
Normally he score 100 plus goals. Yeah, 100 score.
That's just an educated guy, bro.
No, he score 100 plus goals.
That's just an
You
educated
get
guy.
World Cup goals. You go if you count. At some point, he was challenging for golden boot in the World Cup.
World Cup goals. Wow.
I know one.
Okay,
Wow.
Now you see, say under him, we had players that could score goals. We had players that could also create.
Okay,
It's a mixture of both.
Were they in that side before he came in, or he brought them in? Papa inherited a balanced squad.
He was an
A
assistant coach.
balanced squad full of stars.
Yes, John.
There was Baba, don't just come here and come and put whatever success he had down to the players he brought in. He inherited a solid
didn't bring
side.
any player. He was an assistant
What are
coach.
we not saying?
He was an assistant coach when Ancelotti was building that team. And when Ancelotti left, he took over from Don Carlo. He was the assistant coach to Don. Then when Don left, he took over from Don and did well with the team. We know he didn't bring in one player. But
His success now.
Calm down now.
No, his success now is down to he played as a midfielder and not because of the players he had.
He had a player, he had a way to see the game, and he had a way of making the players.
The fact that he played as a midfielder or that he had good players in the side.
John, don't
Because
take me out of context.
if you take him now and bring him to Watford now, are we going to see Watford play in the Champions League? Are we going to see Watford play in the Champions League because their manager played football in the time past? Go look at other managers out there that have played football in time past and that they are not doing anything so far.
John, if you like, play 1,000 football matches. If your team now low budget team really play, you cannot tell me that somebody like Pep Guardiola now will go to Coventry and use them to win Champions League. He was a great manager. He's one of the greatest managers in the world right now. But you cannot tell me that if you give Pep Guardiola without the funds, Coventry or Ipswich Town, he will win Champions League in the next 5 years. It's not possible.
This argument you are arguing, we are just saying that whether you are playing as a midfielder, a striker, or a defender,
it doesn't have any bearing on the team's performance.
It has. When you go to your coaching school, you will determine the approach you want to take your coach. Do you want to build from the back? Do you want to build from the midfield, or do you want to focus on the attack? Whether you are a midfielder, because there are some coaches like Jose Mourinho that didn't play football. He didn't understand. Probably he tried, but he didn't succeed. So he couldn't actually see. But he's successful.
Well, he's successful because of mentorship.
He played. No means he played. We don't say he didn't play at all. He no go pro. He play, we say he play.
It does not matter.
It doesn't matter, bro.
You play football.
Yes.
Come on, coach. Come on.
Now, you where they ginger say,
you know what's
come on, do what
if
you were telling us because of your experience.
You want make a market myself.
Because say your experience in midfield now.
No, if I'm marketing myself now, I am one of the best right back from where I grew up.
Okay, let's
keep that one.
You get from where I grew up. I am one. Go ask now. Go Lagos. Go ask. I'm one of the best right back when I grew up. And I'm an inverted right back. I could play right back. I could play defensive midfield. But when I coach the game, I tell my defensive midfielders they move to do.
Okay, let's leave that. Let's leave that argument. That's the argument. Everybody can imagine anything in their mind. I can imagine that.
You're a star player. You're a 50-goal a season striker. Come on.
It's not about it's not about where you play. It's about your imagination.
You have games today everywhere in top flight, in the La Liga, in the Serie A, and in the Bundesliga. So probably we'll go through that before we maybe take few calls before we go through that. My phone has been busted, but what we after this argument, Inter Milan, Inter Milan carry us enter here. But no,
Anatovic carry us enter here because he's a West Ham fan.
Okay, let's take a few calls before we move on to other fixtures for today. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay. What's your contribution?
Okay, I know now. I know that because of United not doing well, you just come out there and go support West Ham.
Thank
Bro,
you,
bro.
thank you, thank
Bro,
you.
no,
Call
okay,
it as it is.
wait. I am not because of Man United is not doing well. I'm not going to support him that is winning trophy. Ask me a question from 1996 till date, and I'll give you an answer straight up.
Mario Manchester there.
Mm.
I said Amore cannot do anything. Cannot do anything because probably saying because on another it was not there. The same thing will happen. Same thing will happen. Even this Premier League will play this weekend, they will still lose it. I know what will happen to them. They will still lose it. So for Chelsea, look at the reason to see they win matches, and you say that they must win. They must carry the league, must carry the trophy. Yes, they will carry the trophy. They show the world that the Chelsea are come to stay. This people are come to stay. Maybe this thing where Arsenal they do, fine they do.
I like the fact that
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Chelsea fans can never make a statement without fingering other clubs in the Premier League. Just put it on
They will
record.
always point
They want to rub it in. It's fine.
Okay, in the La Liga, it's Girona versus Rio Valladolid. Let's get a pressure for that game. Who wins? Girona and Tottenham are not playing well.
They are facing relegation battle. I think Valladolid is facing relegation battle, so I'm going to stick with Girona in this one.
Okay, Girona will win. Okay, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
This is very fine, the main fan.
Okay, what is your contribution for yesterday's game?
Amorim knows what he's supposed to do. I don't know why he's risking Manchester United in important games. Seriously, he knows his first 11. Why not start with your first 11? Then from second half, you can substitute them. Now look at what happened yesterday. Immediately, Ahmad came in, and this guy, the game changed.
Yes. Ahmad changed the game, yes.
Imagine, start with your first 11. I know that they might be getting tired, but I know that he's trying to rotate his team. But start with your first 11. Then maybe from 70 minutes, you can substitute them, they'll go rest. By then, you should be winning your match. Not when you start getting late, you start looking for equalizing the game.
Okay.
And Manchester United played well, but they missed a lot of chances. They missed chances. We need to now need to do something about it. We will have to focus on the FA Cup and maybe Premier League. I thought that this CARABAO CUP.
You know that your first game in the FA Cup you are playing Arsenal.
And he's against Arsenal. That's the thing.
They'll focus on Arsenal. Don't worry. They'll focus on the FA Cup.
The only thing Arsenal knows how to do is to score with correctly.
All right, thank you very much.
And you've let plenty go in.
You didn't identify as Manchester United today. It's fine.
In the Serie A, they have Verona versus AC Milan. What's the prediction for that game?
AC Milan, they've struggled enough, but I think AC Milan will win this one.
It's done to win this one. Okay, John.
Same thing. AC Milan always.
Okay, let's talk about the Bundesliga. That's where I want to learn is Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig. It's first versus third in that. If you notice that Bayern Munich they are not unbeaten again in the Bundesliga. They lost the last game and in the weekend last week. Now they are going to play in these guys. These guys, they are not doing well in the Champions League. RB Leipzig, they are not doing anything in the Champions League. They are not going to qualify for the knockout stages. But in the Bundesliga, they are getting results here and there. But in this game, what do you think will happen in this game?
For me, I'm seeing a Munich blowout, a Munich win in this one.
With players out on injury.
With
players out on injury. We expected that in the last game, and we said with players out on injury, we should see this, we should see that. But it not happen. So with players out on injury, I'm not seeing anything less than a draw.
A draw?
Yes.
Okay, John, you think that Bayern Munich will
win?
Bayern Munich will win. Okay, let's take this final call before we end the show. Go to our YouTube and end the show. Hello, good morning.
Thank goodness I'm the last caller.
Okay, good morning. Okay, what is the contribution? Name and location, please.
Calling for sources at the large heart.
Okay.
As an national fan, I love what my wrestler is doing.
Okay.
You know what I love about my wrestler? Doing well and still claiming it and not win the league. And do you know what Chelsea fans are doing to themselves that is bad? not hiding the series that they cannot win the league. You know, one thing about your expectation when it's up, and then you finally go down, you become so disappointed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I think Chelsea will win is it will be conference league. Don't forget about it. It will be conference league.
Okay.
They love to play for their kind of player.
All right, thank you very much. Finally, on our YouTube channel, remember, guys, we are live every day, Monday to Saturday on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Okay, Paul Rogers is predicting the finals of the Carabao Cup. He's saying Liverpool and Newcastle to play the final of that Carabao Cup.
But they let day for everybody, but they let day everybody blood steam.
Okay,
and
let's
just
see.
who know the color of Babele where you dey wear.
Let's see what happens in the Carabao Cup semi-final. When it happens, let's see who wins that competition, because I think from this semi-final, everybody will take it seriously. Everybody will probably play their first home and away, and everybody will going to play their first team players they want to win the trophy, especially for Arsenal. Arsenal needs to win something, whether it's cup or whether it's play to just win something.
Remember what I told you about it, the lineup before the game.
Just win something for them. Okay, we'll be seeing guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll come here again 8 a.m. to predict games that are happening in the Premier League. So Premier League, we're going to stay on it tomorrow, because on Sunday we have a whole lot of games on Sunday. So we're going to preview that tomorrow. And remember, it's the Christmas season. Let's share love. Let's share gifts. If you have more, give to your neighbor. Let's share. Nigeria is tough these days. Sharing love is going to help us. Sharing Christmas stuff is going to help us, reduce this stress and everything around us. So this is Christmas season, and us from Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM, wishing you every day a Merry Christmas till the end of the season, the end of the year. Thank you for being part of this family. Thank you for being part of Vote Sports. Thank you. Since we started this show, you people have been supporting us, calling us, and giving us your own contribution. Being part of this family is a very huge thing for us. So we want to thank you. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. My name is Godwin, and have a beautiful day.